Where would you be if you never did reality TV?
Where would I be? Probably in jail. No, I'm just kidding. I'd be on parole because I would have gotten out of jail.
What was your first season?
A complete failure.
What was your first elimination loss?
A complete failure.
What was your first elimination win?
An absolutely incredible moment. I think next to losing my virginity, it was right up there.
What was your favorite challenge?
Favorite challenge, Rivals 1 or Free Agents?
Who was your least favorite partner?
Least favorite partner had to be Frank.
What's your least favorite challenge type?
I've had a really bad run with trivia. I feel like with trivia, there's just too many variables and there's too much that is determined by the powers that be.
What was the toughest challenge lost for you?
I think the worst challenge loss that I ever had was in Final Reckoning when Tony and I lost the elimination. Not to mention the fact that the team that ended up winning $1 million came into the challenge halfway through the game, and it was the easiest final in challenge history. Yeah, I'm not salty or anything though.
Do you think you would have won that final?
I think that we would have definitely been the team to beat, but just making it there and being able to compete in that final, which I felt like we deserved.
Do you have a favorite challenge moment that never aired?
My favorite challenge moment that never aired was the greatest prank of all time. I don't know if anyone knows this, Jemmy has a phobia of ketchup, so we devised a plan to lure Jemmy out from underneath the balcony and bomb her with a yoga ball smeared in ketchup.
What's your favorite place you've ever been on the challenge?
Favorite place I've ever been would have to be Bariloche, Argentina. Absolutely incredible. That and Iceland.
What's the most surprising moment in your challenge history?
My most surprising moment in challenge history is when Corey came on a season and did not get a girl pregnant.
What was your favorite challenge house you've been in?
Favorite challenge house I've ever been in was in Costa Rica. It was basically like a tree house.
What was your least favorite season?
I have to say my least favorite season was the island. Even though it's the one that we still tell the most stories about because it was the most different, it was the most miserable I've ever been in my entire life.
Who's your dream partner? Someone that you've never worked with that you'd love to work with?
My dream partner that I would love to work with who I've never worked with would have to be probably Corey.
What's the funniest thing you've ever seen on a challenge season?
Funniest thing I've ever seen on a challenge season, probably Siobhan busting her breast implant was pretty funny.
Who would you want to have an elimination rematch against?
Oh, I would love to have an elimination rematch against Devin in something that's not an oversized game of Light Bright.
What was your favorite final?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's a toss-up between Free Agents and Rivals 1. Rivals 1 only because it was the most difficult thing I've ever done in my entire life. Or Free Agents, we got to climb a volcano in Chile, which has since erupted. So that's pretty cool.
What keeps you coming back every year?
I'd have to say the new experiences, and I mean, the challenge has taken me to nearly every continent on the planet. I've been able to experience things. I've been able to travel to places. I've been able to meet people experiences that I would never have.
What's the biggest change to the game throughout the years?
Biggest change to the game through the years, the isolation. Back in the day, the challenge used to be like spring break, a party. We used to show up. It was like no holds barred. You want to go somewhere, go ahead. Here's a cell phone. You want to read a book. You want to bust out your laptop, go ahead. Now we're living in a bunker. It went from being a party to literally like living in purgatory.
Last one. Where would you be if you never did reality TV?
Where would I be? I would probably have a boring 9-to-5 job, you know what I mean? And hating myself and watching a version of me on TV being like, I wish I could be that guy.